Hey, what's up? It's Cecily, and today we are going to do the recap and review for Real Housewives of Potomac, Love in the Fast Lane, episode 10. It was kind of a snooze fest, but the episode opens up with Gizelle sitting down with her kids, letting her kids know currently there is a discrepancy with the will. There's someone who was able to get her father to sign over his will to that person post brain surgery, which is crazy. And that person made sure that the Gizelle didn't get anything and the girls didn't get anything. And from what Gizelle says that she knows about her father and what the audience sees, that doesn't make sense. Her father seemed to be very dedicated, especially to the girls. We are definitely all like scratching our heads, like what's going on. She even reveals that she is reluctant to partner with someone because she could see how this could go wrong. And I think that all of us can relate, especially Black folks. A lot of us can relate to where somehow, some way, our family's belongings, land, what have you, has ended up in some wench's possession because she was married to your uncle, and the next thing you know, she owns your grandma's farm. And you're like, how did this happen? I can relate. Moving on to Stacey and TJ, my least favorite part of this episode. There's always a disconnect between these two because there's always an agenda, unfortunately. My issue with TJ, you take a nice little moment, like, let me make some pizza for you. That's when you do the gut punch. And don't get too comfortable, because I remember when you made me feel like blank at the party. What was wrong with you? We've already talked about this. So why are you bringing it up? And why are you bringing it up on camera? What are you doing? You're an actor. You know how important it is to look a certain way on camera. Why are you guys not trying to make yourself look extremely perfect? Why are you bringing up the worst parts of your personality? Is this what you hired him to do? He looks crazy. This is not a good look. So anyway, she says she apologized. It's an awkward moment. I would be on edge. I have experience with narcissistic individuals, overt and covert. And covert narcissists have this thing where they're like, are you going to wear that? Yeah, why? Oh, no reason. Those little subtle things over time are designed to make you feel unsure about your choices, where you will eventually default to whatever this person wants you to think. One, so you don't have to deal with their mouth, and two, just so you don't have to think in general. And I feel like he does little silent attacks on her self-esteem. She's vivacious, she's fun, she's goofy, and a little ditzy too when she's not around him, but at least she's owning it. When she's around him, I see a lot of mouth closed, eyes big, composing herself, surprised at his reactions. We're all grown. They're extra grown. Your 50-year-old behind needs to tell someone, when I go places sometimes, I need to have a moment where I talk to someone. Can we circle back? I know you're here to network, but can we come back like every few minutes? Can I just kind of hang with my babe right now? Like, where's the finesse? Where's the open your mouth and tell people what you need? I give people at least one. You get one try with me. I'm going to tell you, yeah, I felt uncomfortable. I didn't like that. There's no grace. Like, she's not going to be able to read your mind. I have a problem with this relationship. I'm damn near over it. He keeps bringing up this marriage, the dissolution of her marriage. I find this to be very weird and contrived. If they were really rocking out, they was really as close as I think they are, he would know those things. We wouldn't have to discuss on camera. Why are you in their business when you can barely show this woman that you care about her? Like, you won't. I use the term fight for you. I don't mean like I'm losing you, so I have to hold on to you. But where is the fight? Where is the passion? Where is the force? Where's that energy you get just from a man loving you? You know what I mean? Like, I got to have this one. This is the one that I want. That is something that a lot of women probably won't admit it, but that kind of energy is invigorating. Like, it's the equivalent of a woman being like, that's my man, my man. When a man claims you, It's exciting. I got myself excited for no reason. But he doesn't do that. It's always some kind of negotiation. It's very, this was nice, but you know how we are. But if you did a little bit more, I give you a little bit more. That doesn't work with us. You can have it. You can keep it. That's why I said his energy brings out her masculine energy. Please stop it. Bravo. Break them up. Okay, moving on. Wendy is wrestling with her mother's expectations. We've been doing this for so many years. It's important, though, for immigrant families, especially Nigerian families, to see themselves represented. So as you can see here, my eyebrows are relaxed and I'm allowing for this to happen. I did not speed through. Also, it's not a bad backdrop for you to tell your mom that you're not going to work as a professor or whatever it was you're doing. You are on TV. You just had an amazing birthday party. You have money. You have a beautiful house and a beautiful life. You have upgraded consistently on this show. I don't think your mom's going to be mad. And it's there. It's there for whenever you decide to go back and get it. So kudos to you, right? Like, I'm so worried that what? She's good. Dating, speed dating. Again, if you don't know this, and one thing I hate about reality shows, and I have a long list, and I've been on reality shows, I've worked in front and behind the camera. I do not like when a producer gets in your ear and is like, we're going to do a speed dating. Black women don't speed date. Maybe some, but not all. And especially not in more traditional markets. They just don't. So I sigh every time the Bravo producers have the black girls doing white stuff. Just do stuff that's native to us, stuff that we like to do. It's the equivalent of putting them all on stripper poles. Like, come up with some new stuff or hire some new people. Hated this part. Of course, Ashley is doing her thing. She's a talkative gal. She's very charming. I want to see Ashley with somebody she'd like. Okay? I don't want to see this. It was cute to drop a little chocolate drop in there for Gizelle. Drop a little chocolate. It's fun to see Gizelle and her feminine energy. Like, it's cute. I like it when she turns into a girl and she smiles and she's all bashful and stuff. You know, it's unfortunate that we haven't had a love interest on the show for her. And if she did have one, they would eat him alive. They would devour him. They need somebody strong. Somebody strong with a K, because the girls are going to let him have it. Karen and Ray at the house. Karen and Ray. Listen, Karen is still trying to push this sympathy thing. We don't need a story. It just happened. Obviously, something was wrong. It seems forced. It seems contrived. Are you on trial? Are you going to trial? Is that what this was? Like, this is airing a year after, so I don't know if is this a PR piece? You don't have to tell us that something happened for you to get in a car drunk and drive into a tree. We know something's going on in your life. I would much rather see her in therapy and see those interactions than to see her tell Ray that it was his fault. She says, that night I was extremely mad at you. Huh? Like, even if I got into an argument with my man, got in a car, went to the bar, or drank myself silly, wrapped my car around the tree, the last thing I would say is it's your fault and I was mad at you. We both know what took place. Now, this is where I will read you for filth. If you decide to say, well, you did drink a lot that night. Well, you were upset when you left, then the gloves are off and we're going to go play by play on how this is both of our faults and probably more of yours. What I get from Ray is he's like, I'm supportive of you. I'm here with you. I don't know why this can't be a moment where Ray and Karen are just enjoying each other, enjoying the kids, or doing something. You do not have to do PR with us. We know there's something wrong with you. We know. Reaffirming the 28 years of marriage is great. I love that part. I love that. You know, we got some flashbacks and I'm just like, yeah, like this, that's something I could want. I could want something like that. That I liked. Everything else, anger and rage. Kiarna and Mia, I don't like this duo. I'm not feeling it at all. I really honestly at this point feel like there's no room for Kiarna. I just don't. I feel like her best pairing is probably with Ashley because they're closer in age. I think she'd be cool to be in a girls group. I just don't see her for this show. That's it. Just this show with these girls. I feel like Jazzy had some get up and go and could have hung with him, but she just doesn't have enough to share, like a business or a family or just something outside of just being somebody's girlfriend. But Kiana has storylines. She does. I just don't think she fits. So she's sitting with Mia, and at the previous show, she inserted herself in a conversation with Mia and Gizelle when they were at Wendy's birthday party, and she was speaking kind of on Gordon's behalf in a way. She does the same thing here, and it's funny because Mia thinks that she's showing up for her, but Kiana is literally like advocating for Gordon. Think of it. She's like, stabilize your home before you pursue a new romance. You know what I mean? Like, she's like, I don't blame him acting like this, acting like that. She's advocating for him. You're putting him in positions where he has no choice but to be triggered. I don't think she likes him. I don't think that she is supportive of him over Mia. I think she's saying, Mia, you need to recognize your part. You're not a victim. And all Mia hears is something that she can bring back to him to triangulate. And that's the scene we're going to end on. Mia spending family time and it being a cluster F. What is this? Here's the experience I've been married. I've raised kids. I've had to tell my children that we were in divorce. I've had to deal with the fallout of divorce and co-parenting and the lack thereof and a whole bunch of crazy stuff. I could sit here and fill up with books of the things that man, my ex-husband, put me through. I still had to stream the info. Okay, what can I tell my kids that's age appropriate? They didn't get the version they get now. The version they get now is because they're grown. They're super grown. Mia and Gordon are so wrapped up in their own stuff, they don't realize that they are giving their children too much. Not only are they giving them too much, but they're showing them too much. I'm not even talking about ink. We're not even throwing that shrimp on the Barbie. You know what I mean? Just the two of them alone playing house is uncomfortable to watch. The little girl asking her parents how they met. It just took me back to we knowing that they met at a strip club. Why did you tell us the real story knowing that your children are going to see this show? I love a good how we met story. Knowing that your children have access to the internet, you don't think at some point someone's going to say, so your mama's a stripper? I mean, I get it. You want to live your truth. You want to be yourself. I think that you guys are too honest about some things. It doesn't have to be a part of your brand to tell all your business when other people are going to be affected by it. Seeing them talk about this scene and hinting around what the club actually meant was crazy for me. Also, asking your child how they feel about your separation is insane. It makes them feel like they actually have a say-so in it. And a lot of kids, they say, think that there's something that they did to cause the breakup. I don't know why that is, but a lot of children tend to think it's something that they did and that they can fix. You are selling hope to your children the same way you're selling hope to Gordon. It's like you're not actually saying it, at least as far as we can see on camera, but you are doing the opposite. You are not saying that you want him to live a separate life on the show. Kiana told you that she has some things that she could give for you to work on from her boyfriend. And Ink has said that we need to draw boundaries because I don't have the emotional bandwidth to pay attention to him. Where are you in this? It's one thing to say something. It's another to do something. It's like, I don't care. I'm sitting right here. You're opening the door. You're allowing him to come over. So as long as you do what he's expecting of you, you think he's going to care? Well, you know what? You're right. I'm going to allow Ink to have all the bandwidth that I've taken for myself. Whether I'm treating you good or I'm acting crazy, I'm gonna sit there and just bow out because Ink's such a cool guy. That's not how people work. People will do what you let them. With that being said, this thing needs to pick up because I just don't see how the story is going to stretch. So I'm pushing through, but it was work actually this time around for me to watch this episode. Let me know your thoughts. How do you guys feel about it? Like, let me know. I'll definitely respond back.